Oh, well, did you recognize that person doing the garba? Yes, it was Moraji Desai. I guess that's brought back a lot of memories to you all. But anyway, Kia ora, Namaste, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev, Jai Mataji. Welcome to Indian Association New Zealand's Navratri program tonight. There's an old saying amongst the Gujaratis that Navratri avti che, Navratri avti che, Navratri avti che. Well, believe it or not, today is the 9th day. 8 days have gone by, and we've got the last day tomorrow. So where have all those days gone? They've just flashed by. But this year's Navratri has been so totally different, and it has been exciting, it has been knowledgeable, and I'm sure from the relaxation of your own home, you've been able to seek some knowledge and see some beautiful sights and scenes which have been presented to us through this Zoom system. I'd just like to run through tonight's program. Shortly, we'll be going live to 25 Tui Road to a yagna, a deep yagna, where a garba will take place, and Ati will be done there too. Mata Siddharthi will be presented by Rashida Rasila, and at program after that will be followed by Balabai Mystery, short speech, and also we'll be going live to India, and a speech by Dr. Pradwa from India, and we'll conclude this program hopefully tonight around about 9 o'clock. So I'd like to now switch over and we'll go live to Tui Road. Thank you.
Start.
Santi, Santi, Santi. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Akhanda Mandalakaram, Vyapam Yena Characharam. Tatpadam Darsitam Yena, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Ayatu Varade Devi, Takshare Brahmavadini, Gayatri Chandasa Mata, Brahmayone Namostute, Sarva Mangala Mangalye, Sive Sarvata Sadike, Charanye Trambake Gauri, Narayane Namostute. Avayami Stapyami Pujayami Jayami Tato Namaskaram Karomi. Bolo Yagna Narayana Bhagavan ki jai. Adya Shakti Ambe Mata ki jai. Navadurga Mata ki jai. Jagadamba Mata ki jai. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Swaha Idam Gayatri Idam Namama Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Swaha Idam Gayatri Idam Namama Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Swaha Idam Gayatri Idam Namama ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा इदं गायत्रीदं नमः ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा इदं गायत्रीदं नमः ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा इदं गायत्रीदं नमः ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा इदं गायत्रीदं नमः ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा इदं गायत्रीदं नमः ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा इदं गायत्रीदं नमः ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा इदं गायत्रीदं नमः ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा इदं गायत्रीदं नमः ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा इदं गायत्रीदं नमः ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा इदं गायत्रीदं नमः ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा गायत्रीदं नमः
Due to some network issues, the video has been disconnected. We will try to reconnect. Meanwhile, Suresh Bhai will take over.
Right. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you, Suresh Bhai.
Good one. Thank you. Unfortunately, yes, as you heard, there's some technical issues. We like to now call upon Rashila, Rashita Rashila, to say something about Mata Siddhatri. Rashila, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Do I have the option to share my screen?
Yes, you do.
Okay. So today is the 9th day of Navratri, and on today we celebrate Mata Siddhidarthi. And this is Mata Siddhidarthi. She is known to be the giver of perfection. She is the goddess of accomplishment who blesses her devotees with wisdom and knowledge. She is worshipped by both gods and demons and fulfills all the divine. Her name is broken into Siddhi, meaning supernatural power, and Darthi, meaning a water. If you pray to her for your achievements, then they will all come true. This is the story of Mata Siddhidarthi. When the universe was still a deep and dark void, there was no life. Ma Kushmanda created the universe with the radiance of her smile. Lord Brahma was then asked to create the rest of the universe. Since he required a man and woman for creation, he found this task to be challenging and prayed to Ma Siddhidarthi to help him. Ma Siddhidarthi answered his prayers and decided to help him, and Ma Siddhidarthi is known to be the other half of Shiva. And therefore, Lord Shiva is also known as Ardhnarishwar, meaning half of woman. On today, we offer the sesame seeds to Mata Siddhidarthi, and the color of today's festivities is worn to be purple.
Om
Oh, they're back.
Lakshmi Namahe Vishnu Priyaya Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmi Prachodayat Swaha Idam Mahalakshmi Idam Namama Om Mahalakshmi Namahe Vishnu Priyaya Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmi Prachodayat Swaha Idam Mahalakshmi Idam Namama Om Mahalakshmi Namahe Vishnu Priyaya Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmi Prachodayat Idam Mahalakshmi Idam Namah Om Tatyakaya Dhimahi Kanyakumarikaya Dhimahi Tanno Durga Prachodayat Swaha Idam Namah Om Selaputraya Dhimahi Tanno Durga Prachodayat Swaha Idam Selaputraya Idam Namah Om Brahmacharya Dhimahi Kanyakumarikaya Dhimahi Tanno Brahmacharya Prachodayat Swaha Om Chandraghantaya Dhimahi Tanno Durga Prachodayat Swaha
Aman, can you can we stop zooming? I'm not able to stop this zooming. Thank you.
Can you please mute them and carry?
Yes, we are trying. We were not able to. Thank you. Rashita, our apologies, but
Yes.
let's start from the very beginning. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. I will
Thank
just
you.
share my screen again. Okay, so as I was saying, today is the 9th day of Navratri, and we are celebrating Mata Siddhidarthi. The first slide is about who is she, and this is Mata Siddhidarthi is known to be the giver of perfection. She is the goddess of accomplishment who blesses her devotees with wisdom and knowledge. She is
Okay.
She is worshipped by both gods and demons and fulfills all divine. Her name is broken into Siddhi, meaning supernatural power, and Darthi, meaning a warder. Okay, how do I go to the next one? Yeah. So this is the story of Mata Siddhidarthi. When the universe was still a deep and dark void, there was no life. Ma Kushmanda created the universe with the radiance of her smile. Lord Brahma was then asked to create the rest of the universe. Since he required a man and woman for creation, he found this task to be very challenging and asked and prayed to Mata Siddhidarthi to help him. She listened to his prayers and converted half of Lord Shiva's body into a woman's body. And this is why Lord Shiva is also known as Ardhanarishwar, which means half of a woman's body. And Mata Siddhidarthi is depicted as being seated on a lotus or a lion, and she has 4 arms. In one, she is holding a conch shell, and another hand, she is holding a mace. On one, she is holding a kamal fool, and another a discus. And on today, we wear the purple color for goals and our ambitions, and sesame seeds are offered to Mata Siddhidarthi. Thank you.
Wow. Rashida, that's excellent. I like your story and the pictures that have come with it. It clearly explains the meaning, and it's a wonderful presentation. Thank you very much, Rashila. It's very well done.
Sorry, Suresh, but Rashida,
Thank
do you
you.
mind stop sharing your screen? Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Thank
Mm.
you.
Do we still want to go back to Tui Road at the stage, or shall we continue on? With,
I think we should continue on. And if everybody is happy, let's get on to our feet and do some garba. That was the intention. And I'm going to play some music, and we are they're praying to Mata at
Yes.
Tui Road, and let's pray to her here. So
Right.
just be patient with me, and Suresh Bhai is going to be on the main screen. You're spotlighted, sir. Just bear with me for a second.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. My request to everyone, let's pray to our mother.
Mhm.
share a lot in a relationship, a bed, a bank account, and now a shopping list on
मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
That was amazing.
सब जब सामूहिक पूजा करते हैं उसका तो आनंद ही कुछ और होता है। और मैं जानती हूँ हम सारे पूरे मन से इतने दिन यहाँ एकत्रित होके प्रार्थना करते रहे। माता भी तो हमारा इम्तिहान लेती है, तो हमारी श्रद्धा ना हिले, हमारा मनोबल ना कम हो, वो भी हमारे को देख रही होती है। सो मुझे मालूम है मेरी 3 बहनें जो टुई रोड पे अभी हैं डाइवर्सिटी सेंटर पे, उनका मन काफी व्याकुल हुआ होगा, लेकिन वो इतनी श्रद्धालु हैं कि चाहे इंटरनेट चला हो नहीं चला हो, वो अपना मनन, अपना यज्ञ, अपना जो उन्होंने कार्यक्रम रखा था वो पूरा कर रही होंगी। तो मैं चाहती हूँ कि हम सारे अपने मन से इस समय डाइवर्सिटी सेंटर पे जहाँ हमने माता की स्थापना की थी, वहां अपनी श्रद्धा के फूल भेंट करें और इस कार्यक्रम को आगे लेके चलें। धन्यवाद। नमस्कार।
Namaskar.
सुरेश भाई, it's all yours.
Okay, so shall we going to continue later on with Tui Road, or
I don't think we'll be able to go there now. So
Okay.
we will go there tomorrow for sure. And
Yeah.
माता की इच्छा होगी तो हमारा जूमिंग वहां से 10-15 मिनट के लिए जो हमारा प्लान है वो जरूर होएगा। बाकी माँ जानती है। So I'll let you proceed. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Primalaji. Now, this the next person I'm going to invite on our screen today. To me, he's an icon, a legend, a pillar of strength, and a dedicated and devoted member of the association. He's also a life member, and it just a thought that went through my mind earlier on, that if this person hadn't pursued and worked in such a way, none of us would be here today. So now I'd like to invite Mr. Balubai Mistry. Balubai. Are you there?
You need to unmute yourself, Balubhai.
Yeah. You can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So I think whatever Sureshbhai said is too much exaggeration. I'm not an icon or nothing, no legend, nothing. So don't believe him. It's just his humbleness. Anyway, I've got a couple of things I'd like to mention. So we are celebrating the 9th day of this Navratri festival. It's for celebrating the goddess Durga. And today is the Nom, we call it Mahanavami. And also the 3rd day of the Durga Puja, and it's celebrated as a victory of good over evil. Now, the essence of Navratri celebration is recognizing and remembering woman as form of Shakti or Devi. If we can practice this principle and treat women as Amba Mata or Durga Mata, there will not be any domestic violence in the society. We have lots of migrant communities in New Zealand, to start with Gujaratis, Punjabis, Kashmiris, Bengali, Marathi, Punjabi, South Indian, Telugu, Malayalam, you name it. All India is here. That's what the Indian Association is called. So we represent everybody. Now, all these communities have their own spiritual practices. Like some people do Sai Bhajans, Gayatri, some do Gayatri Parivar, Raj Yoga, Swaminarayan. People also worship Swaminarayan. And then Guru Granth Sahib, all the Punjabi people. Meditation, Vipassana meditation, Vedanta meditation. Now, modern form of meditation, mindfulness meditation. So these are all different spiritual practices. And during this Navratri for 9 days, we feel elevated spiritually. We got that feeling that we've been elevated spiritually. So what I'm saying, let's keep this our elevated spiritual status now ongoing, and have this elevated by permanently practicing this spiritual practices, not only for Navratri, for all 365 days of the year. So that's how I would say the meaning of Navratri. It has elevated us, and let's carry on with whatever practice we're doing, maybe doing Sai Bhajans or Gatri Bhajans or Saminan, and that brings that change. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to say a few words, and I'm wishing you all the best. Thanks.
Thank you, Balabai. That was very nicely put together. I'm glad that you mentioned that our association is possibly one of the first in New Zealand to have a diaspora, and it's so nice to see, as you mentioned, that we have Punjabis, Marathis, Kashmiris, Gujaratis, Bengalis, all on board, part of our executive committee, and we are striving forward all the time, and this way we bring all cultures, and this is what's been happening over the last 8 days, as you may have seen. Last night was one good, clear example, and hopefully we can continue that. So yes, it's a proud moment for us all. Thank you, Balabai, and I think we'll continue on with our next item. I'd like to invite, we're going live for this, Aman? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He has joined us via Zoom.
Right. I'd like to welcome, is it Dr. Badwa?
Bhardwaj, Dr. Bhardwaj. And
Okay.
let's
नमस्कार डॉक्टर साहब, आप अपने आप को अनम्यूट कर लीजिए प्लीज। थैंक यू।
प्लीज।
जी हम आपको सुन सकते हैं, थैंक यू। हेलो।
He is muted again. हेलो।
जी डॉक्टर साहब हम आपको सुन सकते हैं, थैंक यू।
आपने अपने आप को म्यूट कर दिया है।
डॉक्टर साहब फिर, हाँ जी।
जतिन आप
हेलो। हेलो, कैन यू हियर मी?
यस, वी कैन हियर यू नाउ।
या सर्वप्रथम मैं आप सभी को धन्यवाद देता हूं कि आप सभी ने मुझे ये अवसर दिया कि मैं आपके साथ जुड़ सकूं, और कल भी मैंने आपके साथ बहुत एंजॉय किया। मैं बस यही कहना चाहता हूं कि हम आप सभी लोग यदि अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर हम देखें तो भारतीय संस्कृति को सर्वप्रथम प्रतिपादित करने का कार्य स्वामी विवेकानंद जी ने किया, और आप सभी लोग जो अप्रवासी भारतीय वहाँ विदेशों में रहकर अपने कार्य, अपने आचरण, अपने चरित्र और अपने प्रतिभा से जो भारतवर्ष का पूरे भारतवर्ष को गौरवान्वित कर रहे हैं, इसके लिए आप सभी धन्यवाद के पात्र हैं। मैं यह एक छोटी सी बात कि भारतीय संस्कृति बड़ी विशाल संस्कृति है, और इस संस्कृति में अगर हम देखें तो भगवान श्री राम की मर्यादाओं की छाप निरंतर इस संस्कृति पर दिखाई देती है। आप सभी से बस एक ही अनुरोध करना चाहता हूँ कि हम सभी, भगवान श्री राम के बहुत सारे गुण हैं जो बड़े छोटे छोटे चीजों से हमें दिखाई देते हैं, लेकिन उनके कारण वो सफलता के मूल सूत्र हैं। और एक छोटी सी बात मैं कहना चाहता हूँ, एक सबसे बड़ा गुण भगवान श्री राम का धैर्य, यदि हम देखें भगवान श्री राम का धैर्य अद्भुत है। एक बालक जिसको राजा बनना था और अचानक उसे कहा जाता है कि आप वल्कल धारण करो और आप अपनी पत्नी को साथ में लो और वन में निकल जाओ, और इन परिस्थितियों को देखते हुए भी उसमें भगवान श्री राम के चेहरे पर उस समय कोई विषाद पैदा नहीं होता, कोई संकोच की रेखा नहीं निकलती, और वह बड़ी खुशी खुशी उसी तरह से मुस्कुराते हुए वन को चले जाते हैं। ये धैर्य अद्भुत है। और जिसको न राजा बनने की खुशी हो और न वनवास जाने का कोई गम रंज हो, वही राम हो सकता है। भगवान श्री राम अगर अयोध्या में रहते तो वह केवल राजकुमार राम या राजा राम हो पाते, लेकिन वो वन को गए, इसीलिए वह मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम भगवान श्री राम बन कहलाए। मैं आप सभी से कहना चाहता हूँ कि हम अपनी संस्कृति से अवश्य जुड़े रहें, और आप सभी लोग बहुत अच्छा कार्य कर रहे हैं। ये खासतौर पर इस तरह के जो संवाद कार्यक्रम आयोजित करके अपनी संस्कृति और अपने राष्ट्र से जुड़े रहना आपकी राष्ट्रवादिता को प्रदर्शित करता है। मैं अंत में 4 पंक्तियों के साथ आप सभी लोगों को के साथ ये शेयर करना चाहूंगा। ये स्वरचित मेरी ये कविता की पंक्तियां हैं कि सच्ची आस्था ही ईश प्राप्ति का साधन होती है, सच्ची आस्था ही ईश प्राप्ति का साधन होती है। काली रात्रि के बाद भोर सदा ही उजली होती है। अपनी संस्कृति को सहेजना हम सबका है कर्तव्य, क्योंकि देह राष्ट्र तो संस्कृति उसकी आत्मा होती है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आप सभी अपनी संस्कृति से इसी तरह जुड़े रहें। आप सभी को पुनः मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ।
बहुत धन्यवाद डॉक्टर भारद्वाज जी। आज आप हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, तो क्या आप हमारे से कुछ और 2 बातें शेयर करेंगे?
मैं बिल्कुल, अगर आप चाहें तो मैं चूंकि विशेष तौर पर भगवान श्री राम के गुणों को मैं केवल ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि भगवान, मैं अपने कई दूसरे धर्मावलंबियों से भी यही कहता हूँ कि भगवान श्री राम को आप आराध्य के रूप में ना देखें, आप भगवान श्री राम को धर्म के रूप में ना देखें, आप एक कहानी के तौर पर उसे पढ़ें और अपने बच्चों को पढ़ाएं। उनके कई गुण ऐसे हैं जिनसे बहुत कुछ सीखने मिलता है और सफलता के सूत्र मिलते हैं। एक धैर्य, भगवान श्री राम पेशेंस, धैर्य के साथ साथ नेतृत्व क्षमता के भी बड़े धनी थे। आप देखें तो भगवान श्री राम ने जब सीता जी का पता लगाने के लिए हनुमान जी को जाने के लिए भेजा, तो आप देखें कि उन्होंने ये बताया नहीं उनको कि आपको क्या करना है, कैसे पता करना है। उन्होंने कहा केवल आप जाओ और जाके पता करो, और भगवान जहाँ भी सीता जी हो उनको बोलना कि मैं आऊंगा और उनको वापस लेके आऊंगा, बस इतना सा कह देना। और वो क्योंकि उन्होंने वो लीडरशिप क्वालिटी डेवलप करते थे, वो उनके साथ जितने सहयोगी थे उनमें वो एक लीडरशिप क्वालिटी डेवलप करना चाहते थे, नेतृत्व क्षमता विकसित करना चाहते थे। और नेतृत्व क्षमता तभी विकसित हो सकती है जब आप सामने वाले पर पूर्ण विश्वास करें। आप विश्वास करके उस पर विश्वास करेंगे, वो जो करेगा सही करेगा। और इसीलिए भगवान, उन्होंने कभी नहीं कहा कि हनुमान जी आप जाना और लंका जला के आना, या वहां पे क्या करना है आपको, कैसे आपने लंकिनी को मारना है, वो सब कुछ नहीं बताया। उन्होंने कहा केवल आप जाओ पता करके आओ। लेकिन भगवान, उसके बाद जो कुछ हुआ वो हनुमान जी ने स्वयं किया। तो भगवान श्री राम का एक और गुण नेतृत्व क्षमता। आप एक चयन की क्षमता देखिए, भगवान श्री राम में चयन की बड़ी विशेष क्षमता थी। आज हम अगर एक छोटा सा अपने किसी अपने जहाँ हम रह रहे हैं वहां से एक शहर से दूसरे शहर जाते हैं, तब भी रास्ते में यदि कोई परिचित है तो हम उससे प्रयास करते हैं कि जो सहयोग अगर कोई आवश्यकता है तो मिल सके। लेकिन भगवान श्री राम जब वन गमन को गए, भगवान श्री राम इस देश के सबसे बड़े घराने के राजकुमार थे। अगर वो चाहते तो कई जगह मदद मांग सकते थे, सब पड़ोसी देशों के राजा उनको बड़े हृदय से मदद करते, लेकिन उन्होंने कभी किसी से मदद नहीं मांगी। वह सीधे अपने गंतव्य पर पहुंचे। जब चित्रकूट में जब भगवान सीता जी का हरण हुआ, तब आप उस समय सोचें कि वहां बगल में उनके मामा जी थे कौशल राज, रायपुर में
डॉक्टर भारद्वाज, माफी चाहती हूँ, आपकी आवाज इतनी साफ नहीं आ रही है। मैं आपसे विनती करती हूँ, अगर आप अपना वीडियो बंद करेंगे तो आपकी आवाज शायद हमको अच्छी तरह सुनाई दे। आप बहुत ही बेहतरीन कथा सुना रहे हैं। तो मैं चाहती हूँ कि आप अपना अगर सिर्फ वीडियो बंद करेंगे तो आपकी ऑडियो हमारे को बहुत अच्छी सुनाई देगी।
आपका ऑडियो भी बंद हो गया है, आप प्लीज ऑडियो खोल दीजिए वीडियो बंद करते हुए। थैंक यू।
आज मौसम में कोई ऐसी बात है कि हमारा नेटवर्क सही नहीं चल रहा है, but let's persevere.
डॉक्टर साहब आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है।
हेलो हेलो
हाँ जी,
जी जी
कमला जी आप
हाँ जी, हाँ
वीडियो
हाँ ठीक है। अगर आप अभी आपका ऑडियो भी बंद हो गया। बहुत जबरदस्त सुना रहे थे। He is very knowledgeable. अभी आपका ऑडियो भी बंद हो गया है डॉक्टर भारद्वाज।
एक्चुअली कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ रही है।
अब सुनाई दे रहा है, आप बोलिए।
हाँ, जी मैं यह कह रहा था कि भगवान श्री राम की इतनी क्षमता होती है तो आती है, तो भगवान श्री राम ने उन्हीं से सहयोग लिया जिनको उनका जो वंचित थे, उन्होंने कभी किसी सहयोग शक्तिशाली व्यक्ति से सहयोग नहीं मांगा। आप देखें तो जब भगवान श्री राम चित्रकूट में थे और सीता माता का हरण हुआ, उस समय पे उनके बिल्कुल पड़ोस में कौशल राज था, जो अभी वर्तमान में छत्तीसगढ़ में रायपुर का जो आसपास का क्षेत्र है वो कौशल राज उस समय कहा जाता था। वहाँ कौशल में उनके मामाओं का राज था। वो चाहते तो ये कर सकते थे कि अपने मामा जी से जाके बोलते कि भाई आप मुझे अपनी सेना दे दो, रावण ने मेरी पत्नी का हरण किया है, मुझे युद्ध लड़ना है। लेकिन उन्होंने कोई अपने मामा से भी कोई मदद नहीं मांगी और वह सीधे गए और उन्होंने किनको साथ लिया? उन्होंने वानरों को साथ लिया, उन्होंने मल्लाहों को साथ लिया, उन्होंने भालुओं को साथ लिया। ऐसे वंचित समुदाय को, जो समुदाय बिल्कुल दूर से जो अपेक्षित नहीं था, उसको उन्होंने साथ लिया और ऐसा करके साथ लेकर उन्होंने अपनी लड़ाई लड़ी और वह युद्ध जीता। और रावण जैसे शक्तिशाली राजा को हराना, रावण को उस समय बहुत मतलब ऐसा नहीं था कि अजय थे। रावण को इससे पहले बाली, आप सभी ने सुना होगा कि बाली ने रावण को अपने बगल में दबा के और पूरे किले का चक्कर लगाया था। तो वो अगर चाहते तो सीधा जाके बाली से भी मदद मांग सकते थे। कहते बाली भी उनका भक्त था। वो बाली को कहते कि भाई बाली आप चलो और चल के मुझे रावण से युद्ध लड़ना है, आप मेरे साथ युद्ध करो। बाली भी मना नहीं करते, लेकिन उन्होंने बाली को साथ नहीं लिया। उन्होंने साथ लिया सुग्रीव, क्योंकि सुग्रीव जो हैं उनकी पत्नी का बलात् अपहरण कर लिया था उनके भाई बाली ने। तो उन्होंने बाली का वध किया और सुग्रीव को साथ। तो इस तरह से उन्होंने सुग्रीव को साथ लेके और फिर रावण से युद्ध किया। और इसीलिए हम जो कल आने वाला दिन है, जो विजयादशमी, जिसको दशहरे का जो पर्व मनाते हैं, वो सत्य पर सत्य की विजय कहते हैं हम इसे। क्योंकि भगवान श्री राम ने अपने जो जितने मानक प्रतिस्थापित किए, जो मापदंड स्थापित किए उन्होंने, उनकी एक अनूठी छवि पूरे संपूर्ण भारतवर्ष में दिखाई देती है। मैं बहुत अगर इस विषय पे कभी कुछ और मौका मिला, क्योंकि आप लोगों का समय सीमित है, तो कभी मौका मिला तो भगवान श्री राम के संबंध में जब भी कभी आप कुछ और बातें अपन करना चाहें तो मैं निश्चित तौर पर आपके साथ उपलब्ध रहूंगा। आपने मुझे अवसर दिया, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप सभी का। और आप सभी इसी तरह से भारतवर्ष को एक नई ऊंचाइयों पर पहुंचाते रहें। आप एक अप्रवासी भारतीय हैं और आप जब विदेश में रह रहे हैं तो आप ये सोच भी नहीं सकते कि अगर आपकी कोई एक प्रशंसा होती है और एक अच्छा काम आप वहां करते हैं तो भारत के पूरे 135 करोड़ देशवासियों को खुशी होती है। जो व्यक्ति आपसे कहीं नहीं जुड़ा होता वह भी ये अंदर से प्रसन्न होता है कि हमारे भारतवर्ष के व्यक्ति ने ये फलां देश में ये काम किया है, दूसरे देश में जाके ये काम किया है और वहां उसकी प्रशंसा हो रही है। निश्चित तौर पर आप सभी बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं। मैं आप सभी को पुनः धन्यवाद देता हूँ और ये भी धन्यवाद देता हूँ कि आपने आज मुझे ये अवसर दिया कि मैं आपके साथ जुड़ सकूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद डॉक्टर भारद्वाज, बहुत शुक्रिया आपका। आपने बहुत सुंदर शब्द बोले और इतना ही बोलूंगी कि हमारा एसोसिएशन जो है उसका भी एक एम है कि हम ग्रास रूट्स के लिए काम करें, जो पिछड़े हुए हैं उनके लिए हम काम करें। सो थैंक यू, और श्री राम प्रभु की प्रेरणा लेके ही हम आगे चलते हैं। थैंक यू एंड थैंक यू जतिन कि आपने डॉक्टर भारद्वाज को हमारे साथ जुड़वाया। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। जय श्री राम। जय श्री राम। सुरेश भाई, sorry, it's yours.
Okay. Look, yes, well, yeah, just like to say thank you to Dr. Pravesh. Sorry about the technical hitch, but looks like we're not having a very good day with communications. But we've got to continue on. Time is moving. We still want to zoom into Tui Road, or is it not going to be possible?
No, Aman, have you got any recording? Or we might actually, I think we might actually today.
I'm still
say-
waiting for coming. As soon as I'll come in, I'm trying to get some recordings from Tui Road for you guys. So just we're trying that.
Okay, my suggestion would be we could have some recording. If it comes, we can play that tomorrow. But if all of you agree with me, yesterday was a full-on busy session, which was awesome, amazing. आज भी हमारे को काफी अच्छे शब्द सुनने को मिले. I want to leave the floor open today. Today we might have the last opportunity where जो भी हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, अगर कोई भी कुछ बोलना चाहता है, और सबसे पहले मैं मिस्टर साथू, हीरा साथू, हीरा जी, मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करती हूँ कि 2 शब्द हमारे साथ बोलें. I see Dr. Singh is connected with us. Jatin, if you think he would want to say a few words, great. Sattu Saab, I know you're very well read. आप अगर हमारे साथ कुछ शब्द बोलें तो बहुत ही प्रसन्न होंगे हम. Thank you. You need to unmute yourself, sir.
Oh, yes. First of all, a namaskar to all of you. I am really blessed, me and my wife, to see such diverse talent all over the country.
And from India.
And all over the country, I mean, India itself. And obviously, New Zealand is a small part of it. So I really enriched. We had the Garba. We had stories from different parts of our mythology. And really, I couldn't be thankful to Dr. Primla Khar for organizing this and arranging the technical efforts of Mr. Amanji. And then we had
Darshans from different temples.
Yes,
of
that
India.
was
That was really
super.
nice.
Sitting down here in New Zealand, Auckland, we could really enjoy the rich culture back home. So God bless you all, and that should be enough from my side. And namaskar again to all of you.
Yeah.
Namaskar, namaskar.
Primla ji, are you there?
Hanji Suresh bhai.
Yeah, I was just wondering if we could contact Arun bhai and give us the video. What year and how old was Prime Minister Morarji Desai when that happened?
It was written 1962. But I'll give it to him. And thank you, Hirabai. And before we move on, I just wanted to say, Rashita beautifully presented despite the interruption. Thank you. And Arvind Bhai?
Yeah, namaste. Everyone.
Namaskar.
Namaskar. That video was taken in 1962, Suresh bhai.
Right.
Because Mr. Morarji Desai came to our GAM to do the ceremony for our Jivan Jyoti Vidyalaya. And at that time, I remember that my wife Santi happened to be in India. So she put a garland on Mr. Morarji Desai. As far as I remember, was 1962. And my dad was quite interested in our Jivan Jyoti Vidyalaya. That's the primary school in Machar. So dad was speaking, and I think Morarji Bhai did say to my dad that Dullabai, you are speaking really well. Dullabai, tame bahut saru bolo chhe, em kehta tha. So it was, I still remember, and I think I remember Keshavai's dad, Goan Kaka was there, my dad was there, and all the other ones there. So that was, we sort of remember that day. He was very popular prime minister. I think at one stage, we are, all Indians are very, especially ladies anyway, they are very fond of golden ornaments and all that. So Morarji Bhai thought that's not on. So what he did is that he said that you can have your jewelry, but not more than 18 carats. So that's how you can save lot of gold, you see. So not 24 carats, but just 18 carats. And I think at one stage he, overnight or in 10 days time, he stopped that 100 rupee note like Narendra Modiji did for 1,000 rupee note. So Moraji Bhai at that time stopped that because there was quite a bit of corruption and all that going on. So he decided to stop that 100 rupees note at that time. And then people had to go to the bank and declare that that's how did they get that money and all that, you see. So that was done. So he did a lot of work. And I remember that he was borrowing some money from overseas at one stage, India, financial problem, and all that. And he borrowed some money from Russia, if I remember rightly. And I remember my dad was saying, doesn't matter if you borrow money from overseas, as long as our country, our poor people can get proper feed and all that, So that was his next moment. Very, very popular guy, very, very interesting guy. So he was a finance minister at one stage as well. So that was quite good. But during that Kamraj Yojana, he lost his job because he had to, the Congress party decided that everybody has to resign and then you can reapply for it. So Moraji Bhai resigned as well as I think it's a finance minister or something. And then everybody, a lot of people sort of reapplied for a job and they got it. And Moraji Bhai missed out. And there was a thing about Congress, you see. So a little bit sad about it because I think he was Gujarati as well. And I think but now we got Gujarati Prime Minister. So I think I said enough to you. You can ask me a question if you like, maybe I can answer. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm so happy, everyone. Primlaji and Aman and Suresh Bhai and everybody, Benji, for doing all this very nice video display and all that. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Arun Bhai.
Thank you. And Suresh Bhai, you need to mention Arun Bhai is a life member and he was the one who gave us the video. So we played that earlier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just Benji, just one thing, if I can, just 1 minute actually. You may be able to see that lady grinding the juar in that ganti. Can you see that?
Hanji.
Yeah.
Hanji.
Yeah. So I put that because my mother used to grind, all the ladies like Kesavai's mother and all the ladies in the morning, they would grind that enough juar or wheat and all that. And I think sound probably a little bit funny, but I think mom was saying while they were grinding, we young people, we babies were breastfed at the same time. So that was quite good actually. I remember that mom was there. Okay, namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Arun Bhai. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Anyone else? Please today, Anurag, Rasil, I can see you there. If you want to share a few words, please go ahead, sir. We're not naming people. We've had a family connecting from India. मैं किसी का नाम नहीं लूंगी. सब अपना परिवार है. Sukerna ji, if you want to say anything, and others. Nope. Okay. Today was the first time. Yes, Sukerna ji, you want to say something? Thank you.
Oh, very interesting. Now that you saw the thing being unmuted. First of all, I need to say thank you to everyone who has actually made the effort. It's not something that has just happened. There's a huge amount of effort. Now, I'll very quickly outline what I observe. पुराने ज़माने में गांव में ना, before we had all this electricity and internet drama, people would finish their work in the fields, come back in the evening, khana khao, and all the khatiyas would be put around, and there would be gana bajana, dholak, and whatever, and lalten, and रात को फिर जल्दी सो जाओ. Okay, today of course you have the information overload, wireless and whatever, the digital interventions that you have. So it has taken us away from that sammelan that we had in rural India. But now, using this tool to our advantage, what we have actually created is another such environment with the benefit of digital technology. And हम लोग सब जो हैं, only thing is we are not sitting on khatiyas, and now we are sitting on very very comfortable foamed cushions. But the concept is still the same, and we are still talking to each other. We are not all looking at our mobiles and lost in our own worlds. We are looking at our devices enabled on this common platform. So that is my one little observation I thought I would share, and it is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Primlaji. Are you there, Primla?
Yes, sir. Sorry, I was on mute. Hanji. Thank you,
All right.
Sukerna ji.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'd just like to add, as a New Zealand-born Indian, when I grew up, there was, there were no temples here in New Zealand, and a lack of communication on the broadcasting service. You could only, get in touch with India if you had a very powerful radio, and in those days they had what they call the old valve radio. And I remember my father brought an 8-valve second-hand radio with a 3-band, AM, I think, and there was something else on it. But 3 o'clock in the afternoon, when they used to come in from the glass houses after picking some tomatoes or cucumbers or whatever, to sit down for a cup of tea. So it was about 8 o'clock in India, and that was all India radio. And he would tune in to hear the news and say, well, this is going on or that's going on, or India is involved with China in a war. And it was, all this information came through. Just like today, the communication was sometimes very vague. It'll cut out, it'll come back. And he used to anger Dad because he had a 30, 40 feet high aerial outside in the paddock, and was connected to the radio, and he used to get some fantastic receptions. And on the day when he really wanted to listen, it was all noisy and scratchy, so he used to get a little bit annoyed. But this was the communication they had from back home. The New Zealand Broadcasting Service, they only dealt with news from the BBC, and if something happened in India, if there was a viceroy or some royal family going to India, then it's all about India. As soon as that finished, nothing. So where was religion practiced here in New Zealand? It was practiced in home. Parents, taught us to the best of their ability, and this is where I got my knowledge. It almost faded when I got to college, but somehow along the line, I got involved with our Indian Association here in New Zealand, and that's where it's grown, and got attached to it. And I am extremely grateful that today with the diaspora that we have, I'm learning more, and it's just amazing, absolutely amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Suresh Bhai. I know everybody would want to hang around. Aman, do you want to stop recording? We can leave the platform open if people want to still have a chit chat, please. And if anyone else wants to say anything, yes, the Zoom is yours. आपका अपना है, छोड़ सकते हैं. But कल हम मिलेंगे.
Recording stopped.
माता से